Welcome to another day of Ether Raids. We're taking on a rematch here. Man, this one.
Let's go.
Well, first off, fantastic defense for Chaos Season. I feel like Ather. Ooh, I can say it now. Ather. Well, okay, that one was really bad, but yeah, Gym Bro, Armored Bro, I feel like is a mandatory defensive option for Chaos Season. I feel like if you're gonna run a save, it's either gonna be him or Black Knight, or someone that has reflex. One of the two. It's no sense running anyone else in Chaos Season. I guess maybe that. Oh God, what is that little annoying girl's name? She got so many ults too from Engage. Hortensia. Yes, I guess you could probably run Hortensia as well, but I feel like Jimbro here is probably the better option just because of his bulk. But you gotta run one of the two, either or Black Knight. I feel like those are the only options, just because of how much they're able to cover, how much coverage they're able to provide, and you definitely need coverage. You definitely need roll compression for Chaos Season since you don't have the extra unit, and I feel like that's exactly what you'd be looking for. But man, my God, this match is like the primary problem or the primary example of what I've been really annoyed by lately with Ether Raids. Some of the more challenging maps that you will encounter, they just take forever to get through because there's just so many things that slow you down, and there's so many things that you have to think about before you can actually go in and play the match properly. And it's getting to the point where it's a little bit frustrating. I don't think I'm coming across as a little bit frustrated. I'm a lot frustrated, but it's definitely something that you would notice when going into the match and trying to play through some of these defenses lately. It's on my nerves. I guess that's probably the reason that Elise is here, to help us, get rid of some of this terrain and some of these foresight snares that's slowing us down. And also, I guess you can say this is, well, like I've been saying, this is the reason that I've been considering this team composition of Micaiah and Emblem Lin to help me out in these situations, because it's so much to deal with, man. It's just a lot, and I really don't want to deal with it, and I'm just trying to think of ways to try to break through these types of defenses without having to put as much effort into it and spending as much time trying to get through them. God, I'd just rather do something else, honestly. But it's not that it's not challenging, but it's challenging in a way that's not good. It's more time consuming than anything else, and I don't like that. And because it's so much of it, because everyone's running basically the same units, because there's so much of it, it's just like every match. That's what Astra Season, every other match was that, like every other match that I lost was pretty much something like this, plus the mythics, of course. So yeah, not a fun time, and hopefully we'll be out of this meta at some point in the near future. Let's see. But yeah, we're gonna give it a shot with this team. Hopefully it all works out. My plan here is to attack Heimdallr, see how that goes. Hopefully, Micaiah or Byleth can do something there, and then we can follow up from there. Probably going to be Byleth since he has the Lin Ring. Hopefully he can survive. We're gonna get them going, I guess. Do I do it now or do I wait until turn 2? I don't know. I might do it now. I really don't know. Or maybe I'll wait. I think I'm probably gonna set up to wait one turn and then get the Lin Ring in there on Byleth and see what his damage output is like into these high res magic saves. It's probably gonna be Heimdallr. It is definitely Heimdallr. It's either Heimdallr or Loki. Loki would always be the preferred option because she can't really do much in terms of counter-attacking damage, but it's probably gonna be Heimdallr. Her res is pretty high. But yeah, we got the new banners. Apparently, no one was surprised. No one was surprised whatsoever. IF has kind of given up the secret now with the calendar release. So everyone kind of had an idea of what was coming. Surprise, surprise, Hector Hector and Co., Celica and Co., and Fjorm, who I think looks kind of odd. I'm not a fan of the fashion that she has for this particular ult. I'm not a fan of it. It looks a little bit odd on her. I guess it has some type of you know, like those helmet hat inspiration from like Russia, I think, where that's where that comes from. I don't know what they're called. And then a bodysuit. It looks a bit odd. The wings look cool. The ice wings look pretty cool, but everything else kind of throws me for a loop in terms of the fashion choice. I'm not really too keen on it. Basically, I'm saying there's been prettier Fjorm ults. Not that this one is like ugly, it's just not top tier in my opinion. So yeah, those are the units that we're getting. Seen a lot of negative, or at least a few negative comments about Hector, in terms of like he kind of just looks like Brave Hector 2.0, and we've kind of already done that with some of the Hector ults that we've gotten, like Baby Hector, you know, stuff like that. Attuned Hector, they've all kind of been Brave Hector 2.0. Violet did good enough there, at least, you know, he didn't die. That's probably because of the Lin Ring, since Heimdall here was not able to counterattack. I think that's probably something, like, if you're going to do this strategy, you really want to put that that seal on there so that your magic unit can counterattack regardless of who's initiating. But probably not something that they considered, or they just don't have the seal, which, I mean, there are so many seals now. So many. I can't imagine starting the game at this point and having to collect everything. You'd have a headache, or where you'd be playing for days on end without being able to collect everything and without being able to upgrade everything. What am I saying? Days, months on end without being able to get through everything. Back when, you know, I first started, there's a few stuff out, but I was able to get through the majority of it, at least the good stuff. But now I can't imagine. Like, I guess you could prioritize things. I mean, there's some that are obviously still good, like the distant counter seal, stuff like that. But the ones that you got to upgrade, yeah, you're gonna take forever with those. Yeah, we're just running away here, and we're gonna see what the breakdown is like. I don't know. Somebody might attack Boulder, my Boulder. Oh, I think it's Loki, but Loki's fine. She's not gonna do any damage since Boulder has NFU, I believe, and this just is gonna hit for 0. Yeah, okay. So we take the Loki and we figure out the rest. We'll see how that breakdown goes. But yeah, progress. This is kind of like the idea behind the team. Like, of course, my Boulder won't be there, but will be Violet, Micaiah, and Lynn. And I don't know who the additional units. Like I said, some type of tank breaker and the mythics. So yeah, it's going to be something like this for Ather season upcoming, and of course, again, out of the vault, so you know, it'll be a good place to practice. Also, I've seen quite a few people fell out of the vault last week. Ironically enough, though, it wasn't just me. I guess it was just a pretty tough week with the combination of units, maybe. I don't know, but yeah, we're going through it. But yeah, I saw a lot of comments about Hector just not being the greatest, which I kind of have to concur. The only thing that I was like completely like surprised and still a little bit confused by is the amount of AoE damage reduction that this Hector has, when he kind of don't, well, you kind of don't need that in the current meta. Like, AoEs, the big issue with AoEs is that you hit the AoE and then you do 0 damage afterwards, so what's the point? And then not even that alone, you hit the AoE and then the opponent just heals for a bajillion because of Breath of Life or Imbue or some Divine Nectar or something. So it's like the AoE doesn't matter, and again, you hit for 0. So kind of surprised that they gave him that much damage reduction against AoE specials when there's so many other ways to counter AoEs currently in the meta. AoEs aren't like the forefront of the meta either. No one's really running those. It's big on specials right now. Arch Rival, Comet, Those are really the things that you got to look out for. I just didn't see a ton of damage reduction out of it. I mean, the matchup was against Sigurd, and Sigurd is really the hardest hitting unit. So I'm not really like confident of his tanking capabilities, the Hector. When you got Boulder running out, you got Boulder again running around. You got quite a few green threats that could potentially do a ton of damage to him. I guess he's safe against Ather, at least. And you, whatever was it? I keep forgetting what banner she was on. The green one, well, both of them. There's two green ones, but he's probably safe against the one that does the AOE thing. But I mean, again, AOEs aren't really the biggest threat in the meta. I'm pretty sure that like Scythia would blow him up. He has some weird stuff in his kit. I don't know. It seems like a weird combination. The best thing about him was it looked like he was hitting Brave. So he has like some type of desperation, kind of desperation with the patience thing. So that was pretty cool, because what that means is that it's difficult to initiate into him with a miracle unit, which is what most people do. But Boulder won't have a problem there, since that's not her thing. Her thing is flat damage reduction. Brave Boulder is, in my opinion, kind of the... Is that correct? Kind of the best from the CYL batch still. Got Ather here, who's kind of on his last leg, but still provides a really great niche support, especially for Chaos Season, so I think his value will be there, even though it's kind of been given out to another unit in Hortensia. But I don't think a lot of people will summon for her because she's kind of like annoying. Who else we got on that banner? We got who else was on that banner? I don't even know, man. Can't remember right now, but forefront of my mind, Boulder definitely is still, kicking. I don't understand the hate that she gets sometimes. Like, they're saying, some people have been saying that Brave Boulder isn't that great. She's still fantastic. Yeah, she's still really, really strong. That style, I don't think, is going to go out of style anytime soon. Byleth, he does his job with reflex, really just a reflex merchant. I'm always impressed whenever I see Infantry Pulse's defense and how he's able to get Byleth to kill things, because my Byleth never kills anything. So I think I retired him to the barracks or something. He just kind of sits there. And then I'm really just blanking on who the other unit is. I cannot remember for the life of me. Who was that other? Is it colorless, red, blue? Who was green?
Yes.
Who was green? Oh, Sharena. Sharena's still pretty decent. I think I'd pick Boulder over Sharena.
Follow my example.
Okay, perfect. We're cooking now. So we're probably going to be able to close this out. I just got to figure out the order of operations here. Man, Deadly Miasma, Boulder, fantastic. The only thing I'd probably change here, I'd probably have gone with Gale Force Mist instead of Arch Rival, just to get that extra action in. Because especially with the Byleth ring here, I feel like having the extra action, especially on Chaos Season when you don't have as many units, probably would have been the right choice. I was just concerned about her ability to kill things without the additional support from mythics and stuff. That's why I went with Arch Rival, just to get that bonus damage, but maybe Gale Force Mist would have been the right play. But yeah, we're going to see if we can get out some more of these units here. We definitely want to get rid of the duos at the very least. Boulder has to go. Enemy Boulder, there's no way I can leave her around. She's going to snipe someone. And, we'll see where we can go from there. But yeah, Hector, I'm kind of concerned about his tanking capabilities. He seems a bit lackluster. Aside from his amazing amount, I was like, 0 damage from that Sigurd AoE is insane, which means his defensive bulk is up there, and then the AoE damage reduction on top of that, definitely impressive. We haven't seen a unit able to really tackle Sigurd like that, an armored unit, since since Rhea, I want to say. So probably an indication of what he's going to be able to perform like. No armor effective, no neutralizing armor effective damage, which I guess is common for the past couple of Hector ults that we've gotten, but you would have probably considered that being a key factor in his build, since that was a key factor in his Brave version. So I thought they would have just given him that back, but I guess you can outsource that now with the surveillance shield, with Marth himself. Well, actually, you can't run that because you have to give up his ASIL. Well, Marth is the only option there. So, but yeah, it's to be seen how good Hector is going to be. Ephraim as the backpack is really funny because he's just really bad. I mean, his Brave version was really bad. Ephraim, he was one of the early. Well, I don't know. He's probably had a few more before him, but one of the more hailed at the time fast save options that just did not age well, and probably the best indication that those type of save units were just not going to age well. The stat line probably holds up now if you give him some of the better skills. New axe, you know, that B skill pair up. Maybe he's able to perform. This Goldfish is so good, so good. But yeah, maybe with all of that you can get something out of that Brave Ephraim, but the fact that he's a backpack just kind of shows that he just, well, that is no indication really. There's a clear way that they're doing these, so you know it makes sense, the pairing, but I'm just gonna throw it on the fact that he was just a bad unit, and that's why he's the backpack now. But you know, there we go, Ephraim in the back, and then we have Celica, who I think is tremendous. She looks like she's going to be a ton of fun. Arch rival, I don't really care for that on her. You probably want to go Gale Force Mist. She's going to be able to do a ton of damage, get in and out, and live with that miracle. I think that Celica is going to be really, really fun as a melee nuke option. Don't think we need many more of those, if I'm being completely honest. But yeah, she looks good. Kind of don't really see a ton of inspiration from Veronica in that setup. I don't really know, like, well, to be fair, the last one didn't really have any inspiration. I mean, Roy and Ike, there wasn't really a lot of Roy in there, and then Lynn and Lucina, there wasn't really a lot of Lucina in there either. So yeah, I guess it's just for design and just representation. I think we got to get out of this one with the button here. We're gonna turn off the smart end so that we can use Golvig's dual button to reposition someone, since we're not able to warp below Lynn, which is where I would like to go. What's going to happen here, luckily for me, since I attacked with Golvig, her fire terrain, flame terrain here is going to slow down the +1 movement of Ather from the Sigurd ring, so we will have the space to avoid her attacking us, which was the main concern and why I spent so long thinking about this part of the map, because I need pots. Well, I don't need pots, but you know, I'd like to get them. But thankfully, we were going to stall one of her movement ranges and be able to survive. Otherwise, we would have, I'd either have to kill her or get the pots, or just surrender, you know. But luckily, that's all been solved. We're going to pin her and get the pots and get out of here. That was the trickiest part of the map, or the second part of the map that was tricky. First part was just like figuring out what to do and how to attack. But thankfully, it looks like the idea works, so I'm probably going to implement it for Astra Season, the Lynn, Micaiah, Byleth thing. Looks like it works out pretty well. But yeah, overall, I think the banner looks like it's going to be good. Fjorm, I think, is going to be fantastic. I think she's an upgrade on all of the other Fjorms that we've gotten so far, and she's going to do the Fjorm thing very well. So I'm looking forward to pick up a copy of her if possible. Triple sparks, so that's cool, even though I probably won't use them. Hopefully I get everything before, you know, first spark. We'll see. Had bad luck on the last one, so maybe this one will be a turnaround. Didn't get, oh, lies, I got all of them. yeah. So hopefully this one will be the turnaround. And then we got the A Hero Rises banner, which I still think is probably going to be better than this because of value. There's a ton of stuff on that A Hero Rises banner that game changing for your account. In terms of how long that'll last, I don't know, but there's a ton of good stuff on there. And I would highly recommend saving orbs for that A Hero Rises banner once that comes out. Still hoping for Elise to win. I think that would be a fantastic free option for everyone, especially given the meta that we're in, and also because they would have to counter her, which I would love. But yeah, that's my picks. Looking forward for the banner. I'm gonna splash. I actually have 100 orbs, which never actually happens. I got lucky and got a copy of the duo Ather and Veil, so I didn't really summon too much on that banner. Past, I think it was like 10 or 15, which is good. I never really get that lucky. This one's over, thank God. Man, these long matches are annoying. GG's.